Hey, I'm in the process of developing the laser shooting practice system, and already before I finished, I figured out something that's really going to help me with my technique. I found a very simple and easy modification to my shooting stance just by testing with the timers, and just by having the data to reflect on, the electronic stopwatch readouts. It allowed me to realize that my normal stance, which was about like this, is much slower than if I brought the pistol in close to my body and had a smaller arc. I was able to acquire the targets much quicker, almost half the time than if I have a long arc that I used to use all the time. And so I wanted to test this in real life. I had a competition yesterday, so I modified my stance, and sure enough, for the first time, my scores with the pistol were better than my scores with the rifle. And so I'm going to continue to use that new stance. And I was also watching the other competitors to see what kind of stance they were using, and they all similarly had that stance that I used to use, where the arc is kind of long, and I was the only one there that had a real short arc. But I'm going to continue with it because for me it is a tangible improvement and a result that for me it works. And I'm going to continue with the developing and building the system this week. I've got some PC boards coming in. I'm going to build the system up to accept 12 electronic targets, and I've got some improvements to the trigger here mechanism to make it a more defined burst when you pull the trigger. And my goal is to have a low-cost, high-performance system that's easy to use and accessible to anyone that wants to make one. And I'm making everything available: the parts list, the schematics, the printed circuit board layouts, everything you need, all the information you need to build one yourself, even videos showing how to modify things. And so thanks for watching, and click the like and subscribe button if you want to follow along with me on this development of the system. And also feel free to share comments and advice. I'm not a trained expert marksman by any means, but I know there are people out there that are, and I'd really like to hear from them some advice on what kind of stance to use, and even if you know something about the electronics that can improve what I'm doing. All of those things I'm open to hearing, and look forward to incorporating them into what I'm doing if I can. And thanks, and I hope you enjoy the series on this video series on making the training system for two-gun rimfire, and hope to see you out there someday.